Go again. One of those days. Woo! As I keep saying, it's not every day is when you receive flowers for life, is it? Even when we receive a rose from life, sometimes we just manage to catch the thorns. It's like well, not everything is too bad, it's just one of those days. Yeah, this cold is just slowing down a little bit today. Not stopping me, just slowing down. And then on top of the cold, the rain. So, ooh. Not the easiest day to be at work. Not much about the weather really, it's just this, a little cold or a little flu involved. Things is that flu. The little one went back to school and then got something in there. I just got it now, so it's all part of the game. How are you guys? As you can see, the cold is really getting in there. And it's raining. That's when things get a little bit harder than usual. Faz parte. Faz parte. Então essa gripezinha tá me enchendo o saco. Começou antes de ontem. Mas certeza foi alguma... É um vírus que meu filho deve ter pego lá na escola. Aí chegou em casa já possível, sexta-feira passada. Aí no domingo, no sábado eu já estava sentindo uma coisinha estranha, no domingo também. Então hoje já estou assim meio tortão. Aqui às 7 da manhã ainda. Fala, malandragem! Aí, Fábio, como é que você tá, amigo velho? Aqui já vamos para 11 horas da manhã, já estamos na segunda carga. Mas chuva que Deus manda. So we're going for the second load now. It's not too bad, it's only 22 bags, which is okay. It's just this rain. I was not expecting the rain today. I was not expecting that at all. E você, Fábio, que já tá acordado essas horas, mano, velho? Vai dormir. Vai descansar. Se bem que Deus ajuda quem cedo madruga. Okay, show you guys a little bit of the weather. I wouldn't complain much about the weather, but it's just because I'm not feeling well. But as I keep saying, there's nothing that bad which couldn't get worse. So just need to keep it up. So the day today here is more or less like that. So not the greatest weather to be at work when you have a cold. Nothing what stops me, just slows me down a little bit. Not the weather, the cold. Tem muita coisa pra fazer cedo, amigo. Não dá pra ficar na cama. Ah, eu sei, mano, velho, eu sei. E olha aqui, ó. Hoje o dia tá assim, ó. Chuva que Deus manda. Hoje, trabalhando debaixo d'água. Dá uma passadinha, dá uma melhoradinha e já volta de novo. E é claro, essa gripezinha chata aqui me incomodando é o que piora um pouquinho mais. Mas tá tudo certo. Aí. Até mesmo aqui que é normal, velho. Isso é Inglaterra. Isso é Inglaterra. Aí muita gente ainda vem falar assim, pô, você vive no paraíso, venham pra cá, venham passar aqui. A sorte que eu vim com essa jaqueta aqui, que é um pouco a prova d'água, sabe? Porque senão eu tava um dia de mal pago. Agora, eu vou ter que pegar minha touca, peraí. Então, né, velho, as pessoas veem os tombos que a gente leva, mas não vê as pingas que a gente bebe. So it's not every day we're going to be working on the sunshine, guys. Now we are going back to normality of whole month's work. That's what we have to deal with at work, the weather. For a lot of people, you're going to be saying, well, you can't complain much because we're not doing a lot on the summertime, or you have nothing to do during the summer. Well, sort of. We still have plenty of work during the summer. There's a lot of jobs, a lot of orders from the farmers who order once a year. But now, when the time requires my attention, because in the summertime, normally you're going to deliver 10, 15, 20, 50, 100 bags to one place. Now it's 3 bags here, 4 bags there, 5 bags there, which you need to speed up. In about a month's time, we're going to start dealing with a lot of floods as well. So I will have to come to work a lot earlier than I usually do, just in case the road will be bad and I need to finish early enough to go and pick my son from his school. So I said nothing what stops me, just slow down a little bit. Like today I have to finish. The latest by 2 o'clock. So I'll have enough time to go home, have a shower before I go to pick him. And I need to start, and tonight I need some massage. Instead of me going and treating people, I need a treatment tonight for my leg and for my back. I'll be going to Poland this weekend for capoeira. There's going to be 3 days of events, of training, practicing history, and all sorts of stuff. And I need to be prepared for that. So I really going to maintenance on the body tonight. Spending money, it's all about spending money all the time. Anyway. That's such as life. As long as I just pay some money for maintenance on the body, not to buy vitamins to prevent stuff which I'm quite glad about it. So it's all good. It's all there. And how about you guys? Tell me a little bit about you. Who is there? So far I only know Fabio is there because he was the only one who actually left a like in the video. Então é isso, galera. O trabalho não para. Ele vai simplesmente mudando de cara conforme os dias vão passando. Né? E agora, a partir daqui, a cachibata começa a instalar. Né? Está chegando o outono, a coisa vai ficar feia. Os dias vão ficando cada vez mais curtos. E é claro, né? Mais úmidos também. Então, é isso. Top Play, how you doing, Top Play? How you doing, buddy? Of course I do remember you. How you doing? I hope you're doing good, bro. I hope you're well. Yeah, I'm just here in one of those beautiful, rich, cold and wet days. Yeah, I just have this cold now. I'm just saying, not to throw to the guys, probably, you know. I'm not feeling very well today, and it's raining on top of it, so it makes me work slightly harder. Nothing which will stop me, but it will slow me down. Just a little bit, not too much. And how about you? What are you planning for the day? How's everything on your end? At your end. Back for vitamin C and vitamins and also grow food. I want to do a little bit of training, but I don't think I have the energy for it today. We will see. Maybe I just, well, I was gonna say maybe I'll just go and visit one of my schools of martial arts, but probably not. If I'm going for a treatment later, I won't be much time left to go to see absolutely nothing else. Anyway, it's all good. And guys, please, I am on the mission of getting my 1,000 subscribers. So if you can give me a hand, if you can subscribe to the channel, if you can leave your like in there, oh, excuse us, it will be much appreciated. Okay, so you can join our MAD channel, learn a little bit about Brazilian culture, a little bit about martial arts, a little bit about my traveling around the world, go around the world sometimes if I can be asked to travel. In these days, I realize I'm getting old, really. I just don't want to stay outside of my house, you know. Even though sometimes I get paid quite well. Sometimes I just like to stay home. You get well paid, but sometimes it's just the hassle of going to airport, go to different country. You know, sometimes traveling for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. That's nice when you're young. Or at least when you are doing it, traveling with more people with you, so you guys can have a bit of fun. But when you travel on your own, it's not as shiny like a lot of people believe it is. It's still okay, but oh boy, here we go. And then I put a little bit more there, which I knew I was going to, and I was checking before. This is one thing which drives me mad. It's not when I do a mistake at work, or when I do a mess and I have to clean it. Problems for me is when I have to clean a mess of somebody else just left behind. Ah, anyway, one of those little things where you get from work sometimes. Então é isso, minha galera, meu povo. Estamos aqui terminando mais uma carga. E eu estou rezando para essa chuva realmente dar uma cessada agora, porque eu não quero ficar doente. Não quero ficar doente. Já tô resfriado, já tô fudido. I'm just saying I don't want to be ill as I could choose it. I'm not ill. Quite weak today actually. Not too bad though, but I'm not on my full strength today at work. Today is one of those days I'm happy I came to work, okay, but I can say I'm not on my full strength. When normally 50 kg would be easier to go, and today I can feel it's a bit heavier. Ah, because it's not 50, it's only 49.75. Now it's 50 kilograms. So you know when it's still okay, but I can tell the strength is still here, but I'm not. The energy is not. Oh, shite! Yeah, and I almost left with more than what I should have done. Woo! That was so close! I had an extra 2 bags on it. Ah. The way I say, like, wow, that's a really big problem. No, not at all. No problem at all. I will just have to come back with 2 bags on top of the van after making the deliveries. But sometimes you just get a bit confused when you have more. As we don't care any spare bags on the van. It's just what it's got the amount of what we're going to deliver. It doesn't care what I'm talking about. I hate when I have to clear other people's mess. So whoever, well, the other co-merchant was loading after me this morning. He left me a little gift here which I need to be sorted. So this is what I am loading. That's what we call the anthracite. And that is what he was loading. Burn well. So what happens, he does not clean the top of the hopper. So whenever I put another fuel, this keep mixing with the coal, which I'm just about to take now. It was not a big amount, just a small amount, but all the time I have to pick a couple of bits from here and then replace it. Just like, so like now, to draw everything what I need for the other side, I need to buy 1 tickets. We go there, we put it on the side. It's not a great deal, but I could do without it. So as I say, sometimes I just get annoyed when I have to do other people's job. People simply clean it and go do the company. Finish it. Which, as I say, it's not an issue. Something what I could do without. Oh boy. And why all of you bunch of motherfuckers, there's 90 people in there and only 2 people left the like on the video. Why? Just leave your like, subscribe, leave a comment in there. You can ask any questions about the coal, any questions about the plan, any questions about Brazil, any questions about myself, and we are here to talk. But if I'm going to be here to talk to myself, I see the switch off the camera and I don't. Nah, I'm still going to be recording it. That's why some people they say, well, this guy is mad. I'm not. Oh, this guy is nuts. And they say, I'm not. I'm normal. I'm absolutely normal. And I am one of the most normal person you guys are ever gonna meet in your entire life. Now, if you think I'm crazy and you are following me, what does it make you guys? Worse than me, for sure. Well, oh, crazy nuts, bunch of motherfuckers in this channel. Woo! Right. Let's put the machines on the side and hit the road. Yeah, I don't like being ill. I don't like being ill at all. What's that? First hold the last. UK stand open. How you doing, buddy? How you keeping? Right, time to hit the road again. The weather will not get any better. The rain will not stop just because I don't feel great today. First shower the last. How you doing, motherfucker? Where is my like? Where is my subscription? Oh, just tell me to shut up and that's it. I really didn't get what you said, guys. The UK stand up and kick. Oh, you want the UK to stand up and kick me off the country? Yeah, that's fine. You can help to get to the party here anytime you want. Oh, Lord Almighty. Oh. Yeah, today's law is a high day today, God Almighty. It's really... It's just 2 more deliveries and I hope I can manage it on time to go and get the little one from school. Yeah, so just say about the treatment, I'm gonna go, God knows who are his. Oh, I'm not a, you have a great attitude for a non-believer. What do you mean for a non-believer, buddy? I don't get that. While I'm inside the machine, let me just push the other cones right on the side and there. I believe that I do. Oh, hold on. You're talking about God. Okay. Oh, God. Who says I'm not a believer? Of course I do believe in God. And everything what I have in my life is because God allowed me to have it. Even though I don't deserve it, because I'm one of the most stupid creatures that He allowed to live in this earth. But yes, I do believe in God. Oh yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I believe in God, I always did, I will always do, because there is no way the world would be the way it is right now without the presence of the massive force, the creator, you know, the engine of the universe, the one who created everything and was never created. I do believe in God. What people mistake sometimes is what I believe is really what I believe and what people want me to believe. This is a completely different things. Now, sometimes I get people asking me, what religion do you have? And I say, well, I have no religion, because the one that I follow, he never created a religion. The God that I follow was never, he never built any temple or anything. And when people start using his name in the name of God, things start going ugly around the world. which I don't combine with what people are doing in the name of God. Okay, but I do believe in God. But I believe in the God who creates the man, who creates the humanity, who creates the universe, the cosmos, the infinite. I believe in that God. I don't believe in the God the man created and force other people to go on the same path of the belief. You know, like sometimes I'm not going to give you much examples about what I'm saying here, but I'm going to give examples about Christians. Okay, that's what I can talk the most, because I was born in a Catholic family. My parents are still Catholic. Most of my family, they are Christians. A lot of them, they have different religion, which we never had any issue about the religion that they follow. Personally, I do believe in God, and I do believe in Jesus Christ. Now, I don't believe in the way people try to present God and how people try to present Jesus Christ to me. So this is the part that I don't believe. And I had a few conversations with my mother, but I'm not going to argue with a 80 years old woman who has that belief, and she needs to go to church every single Sunday. She needs to be part of the church. She needs to do all of the things what she does in church. And she says to me, well, you know, oh, hello, motherfucker. How are you doing, JC? Don't forget to leave your like in there, motherfucker. But you see, first, I'm going to call you first. It's going to be easier. My problem started on the church when I was going to visit them, and most of the pastors or the vicars or the priests, they were only talking about money. Now I'm talking about Brazil. I'm talking about the 90s, the beginning of the 2000s. But no, it's still, sometimes even worse, even nowadays. So when they were always saying, well, you need to give your dizen, which is 10% of whatever money you get in your life, you need to give to God, because that belongs to God. And I start asking myself, why on earth a God who created the planet, the galaxy, the cosmos, the atmosphere, the universe needs 10% of something what the man created, which was the money? Why do I need to give my money away? And then they will say, because, you know, it belongs to the church, it belongs to God. No, it does not belong, it belongs to the man. You just pay some salary for some people to give the money. Well, Jesus Christ taught, right, gives to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, but gives to God what belongs to God. And that's what I try to do, but it's not about money. How can I love God above everything else if I don't know God, if I never met God? But the only way to love and obey God's wish or God's will and Jesus Christ's thoughts is the person next to me, is my brother, is another human, is a man, is a woman, is a gay, is a dog, whatever. You just show compassion and love to the person. And if they are hungry, just offer them food. If they are thirsty, give them something to drink. If they don't have clothes, give clothes to them. You know, it's not up to me if someone comes and asks, do you have a spare of change? If I have, I'll give. And then some people say, yeah, but you know, these people are going to be using drugs and all sorts of stuff. It's not my business what they're going to do with that money. If they ask the money, oh, I'm going to buy some food, if I have. But now, it's not, I'm going to take money from my own family, from my own pocket, just to give because there's no. If I believe, well, oh, do you have a cup of quid? I'm just hungry. Okay, come with me. I can make a shopping for a hand. I can spend like 50 quid. There you go. That's your food. Go. I just don't go to church to hear exactly the same thing every Sunday, because that's what is being taught. Go and give food to who's starving. Now I see people going to church, they give money to the church, and then when they step out of the church, it may be a storm outside, they are driving alone in the car, maybe there's a couple on the side there who are their neighbors, and they don't even offer a lift back home. So what kind of work is that? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. But I do believe in God, and I believe in Jesus Christ, and I do my part. I just don't go to the temples. I rather to read the holy words, the whole book, the Bible, and I rather to pray. I do my own fasting. I do my own meditations. If I can help someone, I will help with massive pleasure. Okay, I will not even expect nothing will come back to me. If I want to help someone, I want to help. I don't want people to see what am I doing. I don't want people to look at me while I'm going on the street and give you food to anyone. It's not their business. If someone is in need, I rather to go and see who is in need and try to help that person who in fact is in need, not just to show people what people want. That's as Paul used to say, if I wanted to greet the man, I would not be a Jesus Christ follower. because there's nothing one thing to do with the other. If I want to please the man, I would not follow Jesus Christ, because that's how I believe, that's how I think, that's how I see things going around. I may be completely wrong. I may be just here saying bullshit all over the place. But that's how I feel. That's how I see. That's why a few years back I was doing like project in York, feeding the homeless. I was taking my own money, I was going to the shop, I was buying food, I was coming home, I was cooking the food, I was putting it on my motorbike, I was just delivering to the homeless. I didn't even give a shit about who was seeing it or not. And then someone just said, well, let's start a fundraising then. I started a fundraising. We got almost £2,000. So for many, many months, what I was doing, I was going to the shop, I was coming back home after work, I was cooking, I was just delivering food to the homeless 2-3 times a week in the evening. The first and the second time I just showed what I was doing to people. Look, this is what I'm doing, that's what your money going for. I saved all the receipts, I showed to everyone what was happening at the time. Until somebody said, wow, you don't need to prove it to us, we know what you're doing, so that's fine. And then I stopped just showing it, and I stopped asking people for help, when some of my friends, they were saying, well, all of this money, what you got for fundraiser, I believe you are using some of this money for your own benefits. And then I just look at it like, yeah, people who are saying it, they never donate even 1 penny, even 1 cent, but they were coming and criticizing what I was doing. So I said, you know what? There you go, bunch of motherfuckers. You are not helping, so I'm not bothered of showing more what I'm doing. So I'm doing my own thing. So don't worry, first shall be last. I'm not a non-believer. I do believe. I just believe in a different ways. A lot of people want me to believe. I don't believe God needs my money. At least the God that I believe is the one who created everything what my eyes can catch, and everything what is the mystery, everything what I cannot see, what I will never find out, the mystery of life. This is the God I follow. I don't follow the God with the money. Oh, God told me that. No, my God does not need to talk to me at all. Okay, my God is there, and I cannot explain it. But I don't want no one to follow my belief. This is what I believe. People can believe whatever they want. People can believe in really whatever they want, because if one day I can explain what God is for me, this God will stop exist in my heart, because there is no explanation is needed for me about God. I like to be a good person, and if someone has anything bad to say about me, they will have to lie. If they have anything bad to say about my life, they will have to tell you guys lies about myself. Now, I'm not saying I'm a saint. No, because I'm not. Oh God, I might look at that. I'm getting bold. Let me try to hide it. I'm getting bold. Oh God, I might let me hide it. Yeah. I'm not a saint. There are things in this world which annoys me a lot. Annoys me. Why do I need to share with the entire humanity? If I don't like something, I just keep myself far from things which does not bring anything good to me. That's how I see my life. Living one day after the other. And let me go and close the lids of the box on the van. Oh, don't fall down, don't fall. Oh, I can keep the phone. The Brazilian saint. If there's one thing I'm not in this world first, is a saint. Absolutely not. I'm not a saint at all. But I'm not as bad as people think I am. No. The Brazilian saint I have named you. Not a chance in this world. I just God will be really will have mercy on my sins, because I have sinned a lot. And I admit my sins. I'm not going to be like a lot of people who I know who would say, well, I have sinned because the devil has tempted me and because of the demon and blah, blah, blah. No, I don't give credits to the devil. The devil is very annoyed with me, because every shit what I have done in my life, I will take the blame for it. I do take responsibilities for all the shit I have done in my life. So the devil have no power over me whatsoever. Even though he wanted it, I would never give the satisfaction to the devil to run my life. All the shit I've done, I did myself. Right, guys, nice talking to you. Now it's time for me to hit the road once again. Let me start with my deliveries. I'm just driving around the yard, so it's okay for me to be here, but not on public road. So thank you very much, guys, for being here. Thanks for the likes. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribing there. Leave your like, okay? Help us to grow a little bit here in the channel. And let's just talk about life, talk about the beauty of the life, okay? And as I keep saying, I don't think too much about tomorrow. For me, tomorrow is just a consequence of how I'm going to be behaving and how I'm going to live today. And tomorrow is going to be another beautiful day. It just depends on us what we want for our words. The whole world is going to know your name. But the whole world is going to know the Jesus name, not mine. Okay, guys, God bless you all. I hope you are all doing well, and I hope you have a great day. And let me go for my rainy, beautiful British weather's day. I will speak to you guys later on. Bye for now.